Hello everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay, for this gloomy Monday, today's my day off, so I decided to make a live action video with my Heller 1/100 scale HMS Victory. Okay, fellas, I've been on this thing quite steadily. I've never let loose on it yet, and I have nothing but ambition to finish this thing all the way through. I'm going to try to squeeze 40 videos out of this. Might be less, I don't know, but I think I can nail it pretty much on 40 videos. I nailed it on 20 videos on the Isabella. Came out right. Came out perfect when the video was edited. I mean, not edited, but the way the video was done. Okay, a lot of work on this thing so far. Post the last video, it had the installation of the 24 pounders on the spar deck. Okay, right after that assembly, guys, so I went ahead next day, yesterday, I went ahead and installed all the lower yard bracing lines. They have to be rigged before you close up that main deck on here. If you decide to close up the main deck on here without adding this rigging on here, you're going to be pretty much lost. When you start following the rigging instructions on the instruction sheet, you can start saying, well, where does this line go? Where does this line go? And you'll know where it goes. And guess what? It has not been previously rigged just because you didn't follow the instructions. So, like I say, guys, it's a must. These instructions here they give you, they're not bad. They're treated differently, but they always refer. What they do is they give you the assembly, and the assembly of that part is broke down in different sub-assemblies. It's a cookie instruction guide though, but it's like I say, it's done in a foreign manner, and it's a good instruction man. You just follow it. There's some parts on there that are misnumbered, so you got to watch out for that. In other words, you'd be eating a can of pork and beans, and your eyes are killing you because you're looking for the pork. You ain't gonna find it. So the numbers, even on the deck supports, they were misnumbered. Channels were misnumbered. There's a few other parts that are misnumbered, but they're there. No parts lost. They're just misnumbered, so you got to figure it out. Okay, that had up this bilge water. Tastes like a U-boat. Bilge and green mold. Okay, I've got all those lower yard bracing lines installed. I got all the channels installed too. I got 3 more channels to paint up. I've been doing that as a starter. And I got touch-up painting because I'm always touching up painting this thing all the time because I look at it all the time and I see, well, how the heck did I get there? You go back and repaint it where it's at. Because like I said, we've done it for a long time. Your eyes play tricks on you, so you got to take a break. This thing is very difficult to build, and it should never be in the hands of an office. I repeated that as I introduced the kit to you guys on video number 1. It's got to be supervised. I mean, this thing is a very expensive model. They're very expensive now. I was very lucky to get this. This is my second attempt at this. And believe you me, guys, after building this thing for the second time around, it takes me back more than 20 years ago when I built my other one I had, the first one I had. And it was built pretty similar to how this was built, with the exception of the ochre, it was yellow. A lot of parts on this thing are very brittle and they bust, but they can be duplicated and replaced by using wood. That's why I elected to use wood doweling for my yards and also my topmast, because they're very strong. The main junctures of the mast, they're strong. Bowsprit's strong. just at the edge, just at the top mast, and also at the bowsprit itself. It's got to be turned very carefully on a makeshift lathe, or sand manually, and in its place, and you'll be rewarded with a stronger model. You ain't have to worry about breaking those yards off and stuff. And right now, it's definitely looking like the HMS Victory. This thing is they did a pretty good job when they engineered this kit. But like I say, the plastic in this kit is terrible. Some of it's very tough, and a lot of it's so brittle it just breaks. So you got to take very, very, very special care and caution when you're handling this kit. Because like I say, guys, they stick this stuff in those parts of the kits like that, sometimes they break by themselves. And kit comes with sails too. I will not use them. Okay, and we're going to take the camera over here. We're going to focus on it and show you how much has been done. And so right now, I'm on the flat black paint right now. I'm touching up the channels. And I got a little flat black touch-up work I got to do on. I noticed there's a couple of holidays needs to be touched up on. And I'll get them while I've got the black paint out. Okay, I got a brilliant idea with the mounting of my makeshift webcam I have up there. I've got my tripod, and I got the camera affixed to it like it was before. But I got it in a better location. I got right over the middle of my computer. And that way I can take the camera face down. It shows the whole workbench and everything. So I think this is about the best installation right here, I think, until I get another camera. Okay, without further ado, we're going to take this camera. I'm going to focus thing right on the Vicky right here. There we go, boys. We'll hit these channels, paint these channels up real well. On these couple coats right there. Also, on these channels I'm painting right here, you got to watch out too. And above these channels, you got these supports. They're called channel supports. They're very brittle, they break. So be very careful. Lay them on a flat surface and cut very slowly from the separation of the sprue. If you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to have a thing break on you. And you ain't going to be very happy when it does. Touch up all this black paint, and constantly doing touch up on this thing, fellas. That's what it takes to make this model. Just take your time, because you got all the time in the world. Yeah, beautiful. I gotta do something here. Got those painted. Those channels look pretty good, guys. Got the channels painted. And I gotta do something here. Got to do something here. repair that that channel support. So let's talk about a while ago how they break. Well, I'm repairing this right now. It's brand new. Can't even tell. Beautiful. Repaired. Can't even tell it broke. That's what I'm saying. Those parts are very brittle. That piece must got away from somewhere. I can't find it nowhere around here. It's probably on the floor for the carpet monsters in the story. But no big deal, guys. One piece of screw. You're ready to go. Beautiful. Magnificent. You guys stick around with me for an hour. We'll get into this here. I'm just going over this black, make sure I got everything. I don't like the ideas of this. I was willing to take the time to do that. But on the spar deck, they have no locating holes for your recoil ropes to go back your cannons into the bulkhead where you make tackle up. None at all. I looked at the instructions to use it in further chapters if it's how they rigged, if they rigged, there's no mentioning of it in the directions. So what they do, they just make all these cannons, you just pop them on top of your spar deck and cover it up with the main deck. Even on top of the main deck, there's no holes against the bulkheads here where it'll accept an eye bolt where you can hook up your blocks up to your back of your cannons. None whatsoever. There isn't any. So you guys expecting full big cannons on this? You're on your own in that deal. It can be done. They can take a pen vise, make holes, all that should have been done before this thing was even put together. But like I say, with all those gun decks down below and stuff, ain't no sense doing that. You ain't gonna see it anyway. Even if you did it yourself, you know what's there. It's a lot of time involved, and something's not going to be seen. And I think that's why they designed this model with all the decks going over these cannons. You ain't going to see, but at least they could at least made some kind of an effort for the main deck where you can install your 12-pounders on there. Okay. So I got both channels on here. All channels all the way aft, up forward. You can see all my my lines down here. These are for your yard bracing lines. When they want to pull the yard to starboard, it's all down below the spar deck. You got sailors down below, or pulling down below to pull those lines in. These lines are very important, they're very critical to have these lines rigged. If you don't, like I say, you're gonna be at loss. Once this deck goes on here, just a little sample, fellas, a little sample, guys. When that deck's on like that, you're gonna say, man, where does these lines go at? Yeah, pretty soon an amateur will take those threads and glue them in those holes once he finds out that's where the rigging goes for the lower bracing lines. So that probably glue into the thread, stick in the holes there, and touch up with painting. That can be done too. But following instructions, this thing is done appropriately and correctly as per instructions. Also made rope coils too, as you can see. I can make a couple back here also. Install them also. Adjust this camera a little bit so it's tightened up a little bit. Oh. So you can see all these bracing lines got to be rigged inside. These are very important, fellas. Don't skip this step at all. So far, we have Alex of Alex Modeling, a great modeler, a great friend, and he's building one of these too. And maybe this model can help him a lot if he gets lost. So, Alex, if you watch this video, dear friend, make sure that these lower bracing lines are rigged, and before you cover it up with the main deck. In other words, you're going to be hurting. And like I say, you end up gluing those lines up against the holes where they're supposed to go at, and touched up with paint. So I think I'll make me up some rope coils right now. If I can find that line now. Find me some line. Where did I put that at? Yeah, I won't be able to use that. I probably could if I have to. I don't think so. Boy. One thing bad about these gloves, they're good for painting and everything like that, but it sure dull sense of touch when you need your hands the most. And your rope coils. Wow. I'm gonna do that over again. Should have known better. There. It's tight now. These rope coils right here, what you do here, get yourself a aluminum piece of rod and you just make coils of rope around it and use your Tetra 2 cement and glue it and it'll dry. Then take a knife and separate it and it'll come right off. Lay them on your bling pins. Then you come back and add and reglue this by using liquid cement over the coils that you have previously installed. And what it does makes those coils that start sagging because they're saturated with glue. And they'll start, because gravity will let it sag down, it gives the illusion of weight. Yep. Let it dry. What's nice about now the kit, they give you these rat lines. They give you these they gave you a jig that comes in the kit. It makes your rat lines. It gives you a set of rat lines. And so you get to be very careful when you lay your jig out, when you're laying out your rat lines, especially across, so your rat lines come over your shrouds. That's time to use this. Take this, pour a little bit into a little cup or something like this. I'll take a piece of rod or a piece of metal, anything that you can stick, and dab it on each one of those lines. It'll be tight. And you go ahead and install it to your mast. That'll be done in later chapters. I'm not even close there yet. I got painting of the main deck, the poop deck. I got installed another 24 pounder that I found already that I could put in there. Before I close that deck off, I'll be closing off tonight. Yeah, like I say, it's very important to rig these fellas. It really is. Because you got to follow the instructions, what they say. If you don't, you can be at loss, you know. You don't say, God darn, I should have rigged that. You know, you found your mistake is when as you read on in the instructions. I almost made that mistake myself. I built the last one, and I caught the problem, and then I fixed it from there. I go, wait a second now. These are your lower yard bracing lines. These got to be installed inside there because they're down there at the spar deck and hauling and taking out the slacking off of the lines. So that's got to be rigged in there, and it is. It's very clear in instructions. You'll see it on there. You just got to read. That's why I say those instructions before you even attempt to build this thing. You got to ingest those instructions for 2 or 3 days. Take a cup of tea, coffee, beer, shot of whiskey, or whatever you need to relax you. Rather than toiling all day long before you start proceeding on this kit, just take the instructions and review it for about 2 or 3 days. And believe you me, you'll have this whole thing built inside your mind, and it'll go together so smoothly. This come together because I know how to build it from the last one I built, and I follow the instructions up more closely too now as opposed to the last ones. That's when I got off track with these. When I couldn't, I said, "Hey, wait a second, these go inside." I just about closed that deck up there when I did that. I caught that. I said, well, let that glue dry. I'll just go ahead and rig those up. That's exactly what I did. So you will see anyway from here, probably probably about up to here. So you got to concentrate on everything in here, make sure everything is not. That's why I say you got to put rope coils there. And you got some up here too, where the other rigging goes at, with this line goes at. Let's see here. I had my hand a while ago. Here it's right here. Yeah. The line goes to the sheave. It goes all up there to the bling, to the chocks. It's rigged there. So everything there can be rigged up from this juncture aft. But down below for the main and forward lower yards, these got to be rigged inside. When we get done doing that, go ahead and start apply your deck. Now make quite certain before you cover that deck, you got everything in there like it's supposed to, because like I say, once you put that deck on, it's game over. You can't get to it unless you want to just tear the deck up and do it again. That'd be double your pleasure. So always check your instructions and just look around. Now I wanted to rig all these cannons like I did in the Revell kit, but they got no rigging instructions on it, and wouldn't even mention on the instructions. So to achieve that, you're going to have to drill holes in there and make your own eyelets in there and stick them in there and tie them off. It's going to be tedious and time consuming, guys. If you want if this method was achieved in this model right here, even if it was designed to do so, I would not be at the stage right now of construction. So this assembly here, by rigging all your cannons, speeds up the construction of the model itself in general. The slow part about this thing is just getting the rigging done. That takes a long time, and prepare those yards and everything. In my case, I'm going to replace those yards and everything by using doweling. That's going to be even longer. So using the same dimensions as the kits. So it's going quite nicely, guys. Well, fellas, I'm going to let this thing dry. Right now, I've got it painted. And I'm glad I repaired that channel support. Hey, it looks like the other ones. I can't even tell it broke. I don't even know where it's at. Oh, there it is. So those things are very brittle. They're shaped like a 7. And they break. They're very brittle. Anybody's got this kit and opens it up and looks at it, you'll see what I'm saying. And I guarantee you guys, if you have this kit in your stash and you want to decide to open it up and build it, you'll find some pieces broken in this thing because of the plastic. It can be replaced, no big deal, with stronger and better material. It's time consuming, but it's worth it. This is a good model. This thing is a museum piece. It belongs in a museum instead of a trailer. But it's going to sit in my trailer. Okay, guys, this is the termination of Video 7, live in action with Frankie Day. I already got 2 videos right now, back to back, I can post. And by the time you guys get to this video, I should have the my internet system turned on. We had a problem with the internet in this neighborhood here. That's what happens when you live out in the farm country. When you live out in the farm country, it's things go out and it takes a long time for them to fix things. And so I'm going ahead making videos. See, I can make a lot of videos, but I can't post them because I have no internet service. It won't be turned on until this probably tomorrow, they say. Or everything has been paid. It's just a problem that they arise. They're working on a new system out here because out in the country. I know this, guys, because every time I go to work, when I drive to work, I see a lot of electric trucks out there fixing stuff there, and also Spectrum trucks. They're fixing stuff like that too out there, and they so evidently it's some kind of an outage or something going on. So I've been without internet for about 4 or 5 days now. Believe you me, for my own personal amusement, and I'm getting boring watching myself, and so I said, what the hell, Frank? Don't waste precious time. You got your privacy right now. Go ahead and make some videos and get those videos out of the way. Then I'm ahead of everything and make more videos so this thing is done. Okay, guys, I'm going to take this camera and swing it back to yours truly right here. Oh, I'm glad I thought about this idea right on my computer. I should have thought about that before. Got John Wayne in the flying leather next above me. People say, that's low, Frank. You ever hit that thing? Nope, I know it's there. I'm getting used to the idea that I'm watching how I walk around here. It's like a china closet. Well, I'm trying to make a Frankie Day land in here. Got all my models here. I got my carrier back here full of models. I got my Hellcat just built. I got them all up here. And they keep me company. They really do. I really enjoy my models. And I love these things. Okay, guys, this is about the conclusion of video 7. I should have video 8 probably in a couple days. And I'll let this dry. This because paint takes a while for it to dry, and I'll be around that area. I don't want to get no paint on my hands. So, like I say, you got to work a little bit at a time in this thing. You know, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours. I've been in this thing now for just about. I've been on this thing for about a couple hours. I've been on this thing for almost an hour, just personally making this video. And the other hour, I've been on putting the other channels on the starboard side, get them painted and everything. And I was going to save the insulation for the others, you know, and I got all the channels completely installed off camera, and so I should have let them off so I can give me something to do, make this video a little longer. But it's almost an hour now on it, and so I think an hour is long enough for me. And as soon as I get my new camera back, things will be back to normal. And I got a couple of nice areas out here where I can take some pictures. I got one of my sheds that I bought. I'm probably going to put that together probably next week before it gets really cold and starts snowing or something. And that's probably be a good little video room I can make in there. I can push my videos on my models, and it'd be kind of like a model room in there. An extension of what I've got right here until I get a house. So next year, I've already decided. I slept on it for the last 2 months in this here trailer. And I'm just going to go out and get me a house. I found 5 houses already, 5 for rent. And I know they're going to be there next year for me. I already talked to one of the landlords there already. He told me this house won't be ready next year, so that's super. He says, you'll be the first one to get when it comes to rent out. So I gave my phone number and everything. So I've got that in the back burner stewing. And I got to have space. I got to have space. If I wasn't a model builder, you know, and my Ruthie was alive, it'd be nice for us retired old folks to be in. It's nice. It really is. It's a nice trailer. But I got to have space. To build these things, and what I've built before, I got to have room. I've got to get all my stuff out of storage. Because I can't spend the rest of my life paying $225 a month for a storage facility where they could be in my house. This place is a big 2-story house, so that'll probably take everything I got. That's what I had before. So I got that working, fellas. So right now, this is wintertime coming. This Vicky's called on me for a while. I'm going to give it a crack. And I already found a spot where I'm going to go ahead and put this at. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this table here where it's on and pull it about 4 or 5 inches. And I got these models behind me. I forgot all the beautiful space this trailer's got. That's one thing, reason why I got this trailer, because it has a lot of space. It's got everything in here. It's got nooks and crannies and stuff, everything up here, all over the place. And my bunk room back there, where my bunk's at, I got 2 big closets back there. I can take these and have a partial stash. Then I got a room back here that I can take a table and pull it back more this way. Then I can sit the table over there behind my computer here. I put my Victory right there. It's not going to get hurt. It's nobody's way. So that's where it's going to go. Like Miss Bella, I didn't want to leave that laying around somewhere, so I figured it's pretty, leave it out. I worked hard in that one. That was a good build. Got 20 videos. Okay, this is Frankie Day signing up for Frankie Day Models. Video number 8 would be up in a couple days. I'm going to let this thing dry for a while and turn 2 on it and get the decks primed and painted and ready for preparation for installation on the remainder of the deck assembly. And you guess it, the mast and everything else will come next. So that's what it's going to be, a long time, making all those homemade yards and things. It's okay. No big deal. At least I got a strong model. Okay, so video number 8 will be coming your way in a couple of days. So I'd like to thank everybody out there for your wonderful comments. And this will be the answer to your question of where I've been and what's been going on. And of course, got a live action video at it too. So Alex, like I say, buddy, make sure those lower bracing lines are rigged before you put the top of that main deck on there. If you work on this thing every day for about 2 weeks like I have, you'd be at the same step of construction. You're ahead of me anyway because you started before I did. Matter of fact, you inspired me to do this. And I'm very grateful for it, my friend. And thank you very much, Alex, for everything. And so I guess Mala can help you out, Alex, if you can, as I'm building on it. Because you may run into some problems, I can help you out on it. That's what I'm here for. Okay, make Mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Spend wisely. Stay focused when you drive. When you're out doing your shopping, out doing your chores, things you normally do, be aware of your surroundings. It's getting cold outside. Get yourself a kit. Pull it out of the stash pile and start working on it. Enjoy yourself. Remember, make Mama happy. And God love you guys. And thank you very much for my wonderful new subscribers. And thank you very much for all of you fellas out there. God bless you all. I love you guys. And we'll catch you on video 8 on the construction of the winter build of the Heller 1/100 scale HMS Victory. This is Frankie Day signing off for Frankie Day Models. God bless you guys.